Welcome you to Unlocking Your Potential, a journey into effective communication. In today's fast-paced world, effective communication is more crucial than ever. It's the cornerstone of strong relationships, successful careers, and personal growth. This course will equip you with the essential skills and knowledge to improve your clarity and conciseness. You will learn to express your thoughts and ideas in a clear, concise, and impactful manner. Master active listening. You will develop the ability to truly understand and empathize with others through active listening techniques. Build stronger relationships. You will enhance your interpersonal skills and build stronger, more meaningful connections with colleagues, clients, and loved ones. Boost your confidence. You will gain the confidence to communicate effectively in any situation, whether it's a one-on-one conversation, a team meeting, or a public presentation. We will explore a variety of communication styles, delve into the power of nonverbal communication, and key communication techniques through this online course and real-world scenarios. I believe that everyone has the potential to be an effective communicator. This course will provide you with the tools and strategies to unlock that potential and achieve your communication goals. Now, let's get started. Please take some time to read the disclaimer before we delve into this online training. Definition of communication. Communication is a process by which information is exchanged by the way individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. Functions of communication. Control. Formal and informal communications act to control individual. Motivation. Communication clarify for employees what is to done, how well they have done, and what can be done to improve performance and behaviors in organizations. Feeling expression. Social interaction in the form of workgroup communications provides a way for employees to express themselves. Information. Individual and workgroup need information to make decisions or to do their work. Effective communication is the cornerstone of a successful presentation. It involves a seamless blend of verbal and nonverbal cues to engage your audience and convey your message clearly. Here are some key aspects to consider. Communication will support on your presentation. You might be recommended to consider about verbal communication, nonverbal communication, visual aid, audience engagement. About verbal communication, needed you to aware on. 1. Clarity and conciseness, by using clear and concise language, avoiding jargon and technical terms that your audience may not understand. 2. Strong introduction and conclusion. A strong introduction hooks your audience's attention, while a powerful conclusion leaves a lasting impression. 3. Storytelling. To weave a narrative into your presentation to make it more engaging and memorable. 4. Pacing. Speak at a moderate pace, varying your tone and emphasis to maintain interest. 5. Voice projection. Ensure your voice is loud and clear, projecting to the back of the room. About nonverbal communication, please ensure your 1. Body language. Trying to use open and confident body language, such as maintaining eye contact, using gestures, and standing tall. 2. Facial expressions. Use facial expressions to convey emotions and enhance your message. 3. Posture. Good posture projects confidence and professionalism. For eye contact, maintain eye contact with your audience to build rapport and credibility. Visual aids. 1. Slide design. Create visually appealing slides that are easy to read and understand.
Teine minimal text. Use minimal text on your slides and focus on visuals.
3. Consistent formatting. Maintain consistent formatting throughout your presentation. For relevant visuals, use high-quality images, charts, and graphs to support your points. Audience engagement. 1. Ask questions. Encourage audience participation by asking questions and soliciting feedback. 2. Use humor. Use humor appropriately to lighten the mood and keep your audience engaged. 3. Practice active listening. Pay attention to your audience's reactions and adjust your presentation accordingly. 4. Handle questions gracefully. Answer questions thoughtfully and respectfully. By mastering these elements of communication, you can deliver impactful presentations that inform, persuade, and inspire your audience. All of above is about to consider it when you have presentation. More than that, communication will support on meeting facilitation. You may agree that effective communication is the cornerstone of successful meeting facilitation. It involves more than just talking. It's about actively listening, asking the right questions, and creating an inclusive environment where everyone feels heard and valued. Here are some key communication strategies for meeting facilitation that are active listening, effective questioning, verbal communication, nonverbal communication, building rapport. About active listening is included with 1. Pay full attention. Focus on the speaker, maintain eye contact, and avoid distractions. 2. Paraphrase. Restate the speaker's message in your own words to ensure understanding. 3. Ask clarifying questions. Seek further information to gain a deeper understanding. 4. Summarize. Recap key points to reinforce understanding and identify areas of agreement and disagreement. About effective questioning will be covered with 1. Open-ended questions. Encourage thoughtful responses and deeper discussion. 2. Closed-ended questions. Gather specific information and confirm understanding. 3. Probing questions. Delve deeper into a topic to uncover underlying issues or motivations. For leading questions, guide the discussion in a particular direction. About verbal communication needed. 1. Clear and concise language. Use simple, direct language to avoid confusion. 2. Appropriate tone and volume. Adjust your tone and volume to the situation. 3. Active voice. Use active voice to make your message more direct and engaging. 4. Positive language. Use positive language to create a positive atmosphere. About nonverbal communication, please consider about 1. Body language. Use open and inviting body language, such as maintaining eye contact, smiling, and nodding. 2. Posture. Sit or stand up straight to project confidence and authority. 3. Gestures. Use gestures to emphasize key points and engage the audience. 4. Facial expressions. Use facial expressions to convey emotions and build rapport. About building rapport. 1. Show empathy by understanding and sharing the feelings of others. 2. Build trust. Be honest, reliable, and consistent. 3. Create a safe space. Encourage open and honest communication. 4. Celebrate diversity. Value different perspectives and opinions. Communication will support selling, the art of persuasion. Effective communication is the lifeblood of successful sales. It involves more than just talking. It's about building rapport, understanding customer needs, and persuading them to choose your product or service. Here are some key communication strategies to enhance your sales performance. I might have some of 4 persuasive techniques. 1. Storytelling. Use storytelling to connect with your customers on an emotional level. 2. Social proof. Highlight positive reviews and testimonials from satisfied customers. 3. Scarcity principle. Create a sense of urgency by emphasizing limited availability or time-sensitive offers. For reciprocity, offer something of value to your customers, such as a free trial or a discount. By mastering these communication skills, you can build stronger relationships with your customers, increase sales, and drive business growth. Communication will support influencing. Persuasive communication is the ability to influence others to adopt your ideas or take a specific action. It's a skill that can be applied in various contexts, from sales and marketing to leadership and negotiation. Here are some key communication strategies for effective persuasion that are understand your audience, frame your message effectively, build credibility, use your persuasive technique, handle objection gracefully. About understand your audience, please be suggested. 1. To know your audience, identify their needs, desires, and pain points. 2. Tailor your message, customize your message to resonate with your audience's specific interests. 3. Build rapport, establish a connection with your audience through empathy and understanding. About frame your message effectively, please be suggested. 1. Focus on benefits, highlight the advantages of your proposal or idea. 2. Use strong language, choose powerful words and phrases to create a compelling message. 3. Use storytelling, engage your audience with stories that illustrate your point. 4. Use visuals, visual aids can help you convey complex information more effectively. About build credibility, please. Convey complex information more effectively. 1. Be knowledgeable, demonstrate expertise in your subject matter. 2. Be honest and transparent, build trust by being truthful and upfront. 3. Cite credible sources, support your claims with evidence from reliable sources. 4. Dress professionally, your appearance can influence your credibility. Using persuasive techniques. 1. Reciprocity, offer something of value to your audience. 2. Scarcity, create a sense of urgency by emphasizing limited availability or time-sensitive offers. 3. Authority, leverage your expertise or the expertise of others to influence your audience. 4. Social proof, use testimonials and reviews to build credibility. 5. Liking, build rapport and likability to increase your persuasive power. Handle objections gracefully to increase your persuasive power. 1. Listen actively, pay attention to your audience's concerns. 2. Empathize with their perspective, show that you understand their point of view. 3. Address their concerns directly, provide clear and concise answers. 4. Use positive language, frame objections as opportunities for further discussion. Why is communication important? Effective communication can help improve work relationships and make teams stronger. It's essential for a team leader to possess excellent communication skills and regularly get in touch with employees and clients to ensure they are happy. In addition, communication is often the best way to resolve a conflict between two or more people. Communication can even help you increase productivity at work. Some benefits of ensuring effective communication in the workplace include increased collaboration and engagement. Since most large organizations require people to work in teams, increased communication can enhance employee engagement and productivity. It can also help employees feel valued as key contributors to an organization's future. They may then be more willing to increase their efforts towards making a difference in the company. This can lead to higher productivity, retention, and customers' loyalty. Communication can make employees aware of the technologies and experts within departments that they can rely on to ensure efficiency in their work. Teams can share ideas and rectify mistakes more easily in projects using team collaboration software, cloud-based file sharing systems, and video and audio conferencing software, all of which provide new methods of communicating with others at work. Improved productivity. Effective communication can also help employees understand their roles and perform their duties better, increasing productivity for the organization. Employees may also prefer to seek guidance from a communicative leader. A manager's guidance can help save the team time and resources that members may normally require to complete a project, help employees feel comfortable carrying out their job duties, and show the employees that they're a valuable part of the team. Increased morale. Effective communication can also prevent productivity losses due to low morale. When teams are highly motivated, they can positively influence others to work harder and increase productivity. It's important to keep team members aware of their influence on the overall success of the business so they can take pride in their work and be more energetic in the workplace. Greater loyalty. Increasing communication and treating your employees well can foster loyalty. When employees feel valued and important to the organization, they may work longer for the company. This can strengthen the company and positively affect its goals. In addition, with their many years of experience in your company, increased knowledge of workplace operations and familiarity with the industry, employees are more likely to be able to effectively solve problems. Reduced turnover. The more experience a worker gains, the higher their chances of fitting into more influential positions. This is because they understand the company's objectives and plans. Effective communication can help you ensure employee loyalty and reduce the turnover of skilled and competent employees. This can also help reduce your recruitment and training costs. Fewer workplace conflicts. One of the best ways to resolve conflicts in a workplace is by ensuring proper communication among employees. Limited communication can lead to hostile work environments. Ensure that your teams communicate regularly to prevent misunderstandings between managers and employees. This can include setting up talk sessions, listening carefully, and being empathetic to others. Greater motivation. People often feel motivated when they understand the background of a company and the benefits of the work they do. By helping them understand why they should work harder, employees can feel motivated to share more ideas and better perform their duties. Seek to understand the reason behind an employee's lack of motivation to find out how you can help them. Here is the types of communication. Verbal communication involves sending information using the spoken word. It includes sounds, language, words, and speech. Verbal communication can be further classified into three groups. 1. Interpersonal communication. This is a one-on-one conversation between two people who occasionally switch between the roles of sender and recipient. 2. Small group communication. In small group communication, the conversation involves more than two people, but the number is small enough to allow every participant to interact and converse with others. 3. Public communication. Public communication is where an individual addresses a large group of people. Written communication involves sending and receiving information in written format. This can be through a letter, circular, bulletin, report, office memo, or manual. Most companies prefer to use written documents for communication as they can preserve the message in permanent records for future reference. It's important to use written messages when you'd like to refer to something in the future or think it's highly important for the recipient. Nonverbal communication involves sending information using a nonverbal method such as eye contact, body language, or gestures. A lot of communication happens through nonverbal platforms. For instance, you can change your sitting posture and facial expression or make gestures that signify your interest in or discontent with a particular subject. Visual communication uses images, graphics, and other visual aids to convey information. This involves sending information in a way that people can see. This includes the use of diagrams, pictures, signs, and gestures. Some top communication media include photographs, public markings to show direction, graphs, and presentations. You can use visual images when speaking to other experts or a large audience. Digital communication uses technology to transmit messages such as email, social media, video conferencing, etc. This slide, I would like to show you how to make a first impression in 7 seconds or less. That's all the time it takes for someone to form an initial impression of you. In this brief moment, people will judge your credibility, trustworthiness, and likability. Here's how to make the most of those precious seconds. 1. Dress the part. Dress appropriately. Your attire should reflect the situation and the impression you want to make. Pay attention to details. A well-groomed appearance, including clean clothes and polished shoes, can make a big difference. 2. Master your body language. Maintain eye contact. This shows confidence and engagement. Smile genuinely. A warm smile can make you instantly more approachable. Use open body language, avoid crossing your arms or legs, which can signal defensiveness. Practice good posture, stand tall and walk with purpose. 3. Mind your manners. Be polite and respectful, use please and thank you, and avoid interrupting others. Practice active listening, pay attention to what others are saying and respond thoughtfully. Be mindful of your tone of voice, speak clearly and confidently, but avoid sounding arrogant or aggressive. 4. Be authentic. Be yourself, don't try to be someone you're not. Show genuine interest, ask questions and listen actively to the other person. Be positive and enthusiastic, a positive attitude can be contagious. Remember, first impressions are lasting. By paying attention to these details, you can make a positive impact and set the stage for future interactions. I think you might hear this rule before, that is Moravian's 7-38-55 rule. Albert Moravian, a psychologist, proposed a theory that suggests the impact of different communication channels on the overall message. This theory, often referred to as the 7-38-55 rule, breaks down communication into 3 components. 7% words, 38% tone of voice, 55% body language. You might ask me that what does this mean? While words are important, the tone of voice and body language often carry more weight in conveying emotions and attitudes. For example, saying "I'm fine" with a flat tone and a slumped posture can convey a different message than saying it with a smile and enthusiastic tone. Key takeaways. Nonverbal cues matter. Pay attention to your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Align verbal and nonverbal cues. Ensure your words, tone, and body language are consistent to avoid confusion. Be mindful of your audience. Consider their cultural background and communication style. Practice active listening. Pay attention to both verbal and nonverbal cues. It's important to note, while the 7-38-55 rule provides a useful framework, it's not a rigid formula. The relative importance of words, tone, and body language can vary depending on the context and the specific message being conveyed. For example, in a written communication where nonverbal cues are absent, the choice of words becomes even more critical. By understanding the 7-38-55 rule, you can improve your communication skills and build stronger relationships.
Anyone who has watched a Steve Jobs keynote will tell you he is one of the most extraordinary speakers in corporate America.
Who does the best job of that in the world?
While most presenters simply convey information, Jobs inspires. I'm Carmine Gallo, and today I'll walk you through several key techniques that Steve Jobs uses to electrify his audience. They're elements you can adopt in your very next presentation.
Welcome to Macworld 2008. We've got some great stuff for you. There's clearly something in the air today.
With those words, Jobs opened Macworld 2008, setting the theme for his presentation and hinting at the major announcement of the day, the launch of the ultra-thin MacBook Air. Whether it's a new notebook or the iPhone, Jobs unveils a single headline that sets the theme.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Once you identify a theme, make sure it's clear and consistent throughout the presentation. Think of a staff meeting as a presentation. So let's say you're a sales manager introducing a new software tool to help your team generate, track, and share sales leads. You might kick off your meeting this way. Good morning. Thanks for coming. I know you'll be really excited about this. Today we make it easier for you to make your quota. That's the headline. Easier to make quota. It's memorable, and it sets the direction for the rest of your meeting. It gives your audience a reason to listen.
So I've got 4 things I'd like to talk about with you today. So let's get started.
Steve Jobs always provides an outline for his presentation and then verbally opens and closes each section with a clear transition in between. Here's an example.
So that's Time Capsule, a perfect companion to Leopard, and that's the first thing I wanted to share with you this morning.
The point is, make it easy for your listeners to follow your story. Your outline will serve as guideposts along the way. You'll also notice that during his presentations, Jobs uses words like extraordinary, amazing, and cool. He is passionate, enthusiastic, and it shows.
Incredible, unbelievable, amazing, awesome, extraordinary year for Apple.
You know, your audience wants to be wowed, not put to sleep. Too many people fall into this presentation mode. It's stiff, it's formal, it lacks pizzazz. We, your listeners, are giving you permission to have fun and to be excited about your company, your product, or your service. If you're not passionate about it, we're not going to be. Remember, Jobs isn't selling hardware. He's selling an experience. If you offer numbers and statistics, make them meaningful.
We have sold 4 million iPhones to date. If you divide 4 million by 200 days, that's 20,000 iPhones every day on average.
Numbers don't mean much unless they're placed in context. Managers, connect the dots for your listeners. Recently, I worked with a company that launched a 12-gigabyte memory card. 12 gigabytes! That number doesn't mean much to most people, so we put it into context. We said that's enough memory to listen to your music while traveling to the moon and back. Now, 12 gigs means something to me. Make numbers meaningful. One of the most effective elements of a Steve Jobs presentation is that they are easy on the eyes. His presentations are visual and simple. While most speakers fill their slides with mind-numbing data and text and charts, Jobs does just the opposite. He uses very little text and usually 1, maybe 2 images per slide. You see, you want to paint a picture for your audience without overwhelming them. Inspiring presentations are short on bullet points and big on visuals. If you really want your presentation to pop, treat it like a show, with ebbs and flows, themes, and transitions. Jobs includes video clips, demonstrations, and guests. He also has a knack for dramatic flair, and it's very effective. For example, when introducing the MacBook Air, Jobs drew cheers by opening a manila interoffice envelope and holding the laptop out for everyone to see.
This is the new MacBook Air, and you can get a feel for how thin it is.
What is the one memorable moment of your presentation? Identify it ahead of time, then build up to it.
With a little help from our friends, everything will work today.
And finally, rehearse, rehearse, and rehearse some more.
Let me show you how easy that is now.
Steve Jobs makes it look easy because he spends hours rehearsing. He cannot pull off an intricate presentation with video clips and demonstrations and outside speakers without practice. The result, a presentation that is perfectly synchronized and looks, yes, effortless. Now, the average business person does not have the resources to create a Steve Jobs extravaganza, but you do have time to rehearse. The greatest presenters do it, and so should you. Oh, and one more thing. At the end of most presentations, Jobs adds to the drama by saying, and one more thing.
One last thing.
He then adds a new product or a feature, sometimes just introduces a band. This not only heightens the excitement, it also leaves your audience feeling they've been given an added bonus. The point is, Steve Jobs approaches each presentation as an event, a production with a strong opening, product demonstrations in the middle, and a strong conclusion. And yes, even an encore, that one more thing. I wish you a dazzling presentation.
For more information, go to bnet.com.
as you saw video communication like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was one of the master communicators, captivating audiences with his passion, simplicity, and storytelling. Here's a breakdown of his communication style. Key characteristics of Steve Jobs. 1. Passion and conviction. Jobs spoke with unwavering belief in his products and vision, inspiring audiences to share his enthusiasm. 2. Simplicity. He broke down complex ideas into easy-to-understand concepts, making technology accessible to everyone. 3. Storytelling. Jobs wove narratives around his products, painting a picture of how they would transform people's lives. For the visual impact, he used visually striking presentations, focusing on images and minimal text to enhance his message. 5. Showmanship. Jobs was a skilled performer, using body language, gestures, and pacing to create a powerful presence. Specific techniques. He might apply the question to trigger our curiosity to make us engage his presentation by 1. The why. He always started by explaining the problem his product solved and why it mattered. 2. The what. He then unveiled the product, emphasizing its features and benefits. 3. The wow. He concluded with a grand finale, showcasing the product's most impressive capabilities. For the we, he often used we instead of I, fostering a sense of shared vision and community. Lessons to learn. If you would like to be a good presenter and communicator, please 1. Know your audience. Understand your audience's needs and tailor your message accordingly. 2. Practice clarity. Avoid jargon and complex language. Use simple, direct language that everyone can understand. 3. Master storytelling. Craft compelling narratives that engage your audience and make your message memorable. 4. Leverage visuals. Use visuals to enhance your message and make it more impactful. 5. Practice, practice, practice. Rehearse your presentation to build confidence and smooth delivery. Additional tips for being good presenter and communicator are 1. Body language. Use open body language, maintain eye contact, and use gestures to emphasize your points. 2. Voice modulation. Vary your tone, pace, and volume to keep your audience engaged. 3. Pause for effect. Use strategic pauses to emphasize key points and allow your message to sink in. 4. Be authentic. Be yourself and let your passion shine through. By incorporating these elements, you can develop a communication style that is both informative and inspiring, leaving a lasting impression on your audience. Thank you so much for your attention, and I would like to give you some messages. Good communication is like the golden key to success in everything you do, and a great network can unlock countless doors of opportunity.